Prerequisites for today's sessions will be like you have prior experience in OOP language like Java, CPP, and also in Kotlin. Also, you have to be comfortable with Android Studio IDE, and you have to be somewhat similar familiar with GitHub, such as you should use commands like clone, pull, push. Clone pull is sufficient for you, so that's it. And you should have Git on your laptop to pull to clone the repositories from GitHub. So that's it. Computer, then you should have internet connection to attend this online session, and also Android device and USB cable. That is optional, you can use emulator, but I am also using Android device and USB cable. So just type in chat box, why are you interested in building Android apps? Or you can unmute yourself and tell me. Okay, nobody has answer for that. Okay, Mahesh is saying can target a lot of users because everyone uses Android devices. Okay, majority of people uses Android. Okay, good. Okay, so let's start. So what we will today do, we will actually build three apps, but these two apps will be definitely we will build. That is About Me app, which will have the information about you, and Color My Views app, and the third one is trivia, Android trivia, but it's somewhat big, so we might take in half in this session and half in next session. So these two apps will be definitely built in this session. So what will be today's session like? Okay, I will present you some slides till 5:30. After that, we will complete first pathway till 6. Then I will give you a break of 15 minutes. We can take a quiz in that break. Then we will complete part 2 in 45 minutes near about, or we can take some time. I will give a break for 10 to 15 minutes to you, and we will try to complete our third path as possible as in this session, and remaining will be completed in next session. So concepts overview for today's session. So this is Android Studio. This your interface will be of your Android Studio, where at the left side we will have a folder structure for our application. In this app, in the app folder, we will have to go to Java folder. Inside that, com.example. That is app name, and inside that we will have our Kotlin files. Also inside a res folder, if we go to layout folder, we will have user interface, that is XML files, and other drawables, photos, that is PNG or JPG, will be stored in the drawables folder. And on the right of that we will have options to drag into our user interface: text view, button, image view, and below that, that is called palette, and below that we have component tree. Component tree is the structure of our UI, user interface, which views we have in user interface, that will be shown in component tree. On the right of that we have actual representation of user interface. The white one is actual presentation of user interface, that is it is like our mobile screen, and the blue one is blueprint of that user interface. And on the right of that, we have attributes for every view we have selected. So we haven't selected anything, so it's not showing any attributes. After that, this is Android emulator. If you want to use, it will be displayed like this. Layouts. So layouts is on user interface. Layouts is like view group inside which we will add multiple views and we will arrange them so we can show the user interface attractive. So layouts is a view groups. So views, what is views? Views like is a single element, UI element, such as text view, image view, button. So text view will have text, edit text will take input from user, image view will display image, button view no view, it will be the clickable option. And what is view groups? So view groups are the UI element which will include multiple views inside that. So frame layout. So inside the frame layout, we will have text view in the linear layout. So linear layouts, this is a vertical linear layout. So it will have views in a vertical arrangement. So your first text view above, below that, second text view, below that the button. Then the constraint layout. So constraint layout will have constraints and we can arrange views in as we want. So I will have text view on single row or at aligned in horizontal. Also below that I will have button that is vertical. So that is like constraint layout. So declare layouts in XML. So how to declare layouts? So what we will have to do, we have to use less than mark, then what view we want to use, that's name, that is text view, here that is text view. After that we have to add Android colon text, what text we want to display, and that string. After that, what should be the width of layout or that view, that is wrap content. Is that wrap contents means the content inside that view, it will wrap till that content, it will not contain all the screen. So as our content will vary, the image size or the view size will vary. So height also wrap content. So like this we will declare layouts in XML. So what is anatomy? So we will have activity, one activity, it will have multiple resources such as layout file, images, strings, then themes, etc. Also Android manifest, which will have permissions for the project and all, Gradle files. This is the anatomy for basic app project. So okay, so what we will do, we will we will go to this link URL and we will click on start course. After that, we will be directed to here and we will click on first unit 1 Kotlin fundamentals. So, okay, and I will show you. So these are the batches we will gain in our profile, Google profile, batch 1, batch 2, batch 3 till batch 10. So let's get started. Where am I? Okay. So this is the first page for, do you guys have a link or should I provide you the link? Okay. I will give you the link. So just go here. So this is the main page of Android Study Gems. So we will go to start course. So on clicking on start course, we will be directed on this page. So as you can see, the Android Kotlin's fundamentals have two units, unit 1 and unit 2. So unit 1 have 5 badges, and it has the names like batch 1 have Kotlin fundamentals, build your first step, which we have covered in first session. Then second is build an interactive app, that is about me app we will build now. Third is layouts, and fourth is navigation. Fifth is activities. We will not go there, but activity and fragment lifecycle. So we will start with unit 1. You have to click on explore. So explore will direct you to this page, unit 1. So they have given here build 5 different Android apps with the Kotlin programming language. Okay, so first one we have completed, build your first app. So we will start with second, build an interactive app. So you have to just click on explore. So inside that, take code lab. Okay, so they have given some introduction first, what you should know first, then what you will learn, what you will do part, and how. Okay, okay, yeah, okay. So this is dice roller app. Okay, okay. So what will be displayed on it has given us that what will be displayed on the page as we will complete this code. So we will start. Oops, okay. So I will start with new project. Next. So dice roller. Hmm. So language will be Kotlin, and you can select minimum SDK as you want and finish. So okay, it will take some time to build the Gradle for that. Till then, we will see what they have given. So main activity is an example. It's the main activity start of your application. So what it will have, they have given how to start. Okay, they have given how to start, uh, and here in main activity what they have given. So how to check, how to select main activity they have given in the project. You have to select Android pen. In that app folder, we have to go to Java folder. Inside that com.example.android.dice roller, but in updated Android Studio, we don't have Android, we just have com.example.dice roller, and inside that we have main activity. So what is main activity? It has the package, which package it belongs, that is com.example.dice roller, and it has imported some libraries such as app compactivity, which is used as a super class for our main activity class, and also it has imported bundle. So inside our class, what is they have given first function, that is on create. So this function is called when the activity is first created, to create first activity. So just soon as this activity is created, it is called this function on create. And inside that, what they have done, they have set content view. So what should be shown on the user screen that they have given here. So set content view, what they want to view, that is the layout file which is given in the res folder and activity main, that is this file, hello world. So they have given its name, that is r dot layout. So r is main resource name. So inside that, this layout dot activity main. So they want to display this activity on the screen. Okay, so if I build this application on my phone, I will get hello world on my screen. Okay, let's go. So what is next? So this is the information about the main resource file and XML file, Kotlin file and XML file. So what we will do, so yes, they also have given that design split, that is code and design, and only the code part. So these are the three types. I have explained you this first. Okay, so you can go through this if you want. I will go to next. So what they have given, okay. So what they want to do is, okay, we will use linear layout. So instead of constraint layout, what we will do, we will use linear layout. So I will just show you how to do that. So if we delete this code and give less than mark and linear layout, it will show here linear layout. I will, so we have to give main types, that is uh, Android XML.Android XML tools. This is the main part for the activity. So we have to add this inside that. So I will just copy paste it. So this is for it should know that that ID should know that this is the main root view group. So that's why they have these two parts, Android XML is Android and XML2s. After that, we have layout width. So I have given the width that match parent. So match parent is, okay. So I will just show you. Match parent is here. Mm, till first left side to right side of the user screen. Also this match parent. So you can see now it has full height of the screen. So that is match parent, and the context is main activity. Okay, and after that we will have text view. Okay, so we will have text view here. So that's about linear layout. So linear layout has two types actually. One is horizontal and one is vertical. So by default it is horizontal. So if you want to use vertical, you have to just give here orientation, Android orientation, and that is vertical. So it will use vertical. So I will just explain you what is vertical and horizontal. So wrap content, I'll just do match parent, match parent. So let's just add button. So we want to add a button, so I will use code after this. Or you can add id, so always remember that you will add id. So here I will give id, that is device number text view. So button and match parent text role. Also, height should be wrap content for text view, or it will take all the space of user interface. Button will not be shown. Also, same for button. So wrap content, height should be wrap content for both. So now our design will look like this. So I will just zoom in. So you can see this hello world and role. So we can align this text also. So we will have to go through this attributes column here. So below there we will have t text align should be center. So let's see. So now text is aligned at the center of the text view. Also you can use all caps, so it will be in all caps. Text color, what should be text color? Highlight, text hint if you want to give text hint. Then also text size, you can change text size 14, 18. And also font, we can use font. So font f font family, so you can change font family here. And if you don't have the font in here, so you can go to more fonts, and you can go through these fonts given here. So like I will just select roboto. So add font to project, my only project, and regular. Okay, so now I have font like roboto. So also you can see here on this button we have warning that hard-coded string role, so you should use string resource. So we will fix that. For that, what we have to do, we have to extract resource, that we will add string into the string.xml. So name should be the role, and what is value that we want to display, that is role. So I will just add okay. So this inside values, we have strings XML. So this string value is added here, name given role, and what is the value, that is role. So likewise this, okay. Okay, extract string resource. Yeah, okay. So I explained it to you. Style and position views. So yes, position. So what is orientation? They have given now vertical orientation. So this is by default it was horizontal orientation. So this is how the views should be will look like to you. Will look like hello world, and on the right side of that horizontal or orientation. Okay, so guys, just tell me, you are also doing this with me, right? Type in the chat box. Sharvin is yes. Yes, okay. So if you have any doubts right now, you can ask also. Okay, let's start. Go. Let's continue. Okay, so we have given vertical orientation. Now Android gravity. Also, we can give the layout gravity, that is central horizontal. So I will add this part into my text view. Copy. So let's see. Central horizontal. Okay. Also, we will add it to button. Yeah, and also we will add it to linear layout. So what we'll do, gravity, layout gravity, and that is center. Or we can add only center at the bottom, horizontally center, vertical center, or at the left, at the right, at the top, at the start, and the end. All other options we don't use that. We just use this. So I will just use center underscore horizontal. Okay. Horizontal. After that, so we have given center horizontal. So it is horizontally at center, but we want this part at like here, vertically center. So what I will do, I will just add vertical. So let's see what happen. Layout gravity. Why it's not happening? Okay, wait a minute. I will just build this on my mobile and let's see what happened. It's building. Till then, you can write this: if you add central vertical gravity to both the button and views instead of central horizontal, the views both are central horizontally and vertically in the middle of layout. Okay, so we have to add central vertical. Yeah, it haven't given me central vertical. Still it's not showing me. I will just check it after some time. Okay. And layouts will have central horizontal, right? Okay. So it has given ID reference. They have given reference to the button, roll button. I think we haven't given yet. Okay, so I will just ID. Roll button. Okay, okay. Now it's showing me. Yeah. Okay, fine. So it's now showing me at the vertically center. So yes, I can now, if I build this up, it will show me. I will just show you here on my mobile. So Gradle building, apply changes. This start app. Okay, you can see my screen. That is, it is at the center, vertically center, hello world and button roll. So we don't want full length for the button. So what we will do, we will just add that content. And if I play this, I have added width as wrap content. So you can see on my screen, it's applying changes. Okay, so button's width is appropriate to the its content. So that's it. After that, okay. So I will stop sharing and resume. Okay, so after that, what we will do, we will take a reference in a Kotlin file of the button, and we will add listener to that button. So let's go and set that. So this is the Kotlin file for app. So what we will do, we will create one variable, well, roll button, type is button and equal to. So you can see as soon as I given the type that is button, it has imported automatically button here, and find view by id r dot id dot, what is the name, roll button. So now we have the reference for this roll button here, and what we will do, we will roll button dot set on click listener. So what is click listener? Whenever we will click on that button, this function that is set on click listener will be called. So we can add the code which we want to perform after clicking on the button will be displayed here. So let's see next part. So they have created private function roll dice and button clicked. Okay, and they have called it. So it's fine. Copy. So after this on create function, we will create our own function and we will post there. So paste. So if here the toast is not automatically imported, so what we will do, we will click on this toast and we will press Alt plus Enter and it will show import. So we will click on import and the toast is imported here, android.widget.toast. So what is toast? It will show a short message on the screen. And we can give the length how much time toast should be displayed on the screen, and just we have given length short. We can give like I will show you choices here, toast dot length short and length long. So we can use these two. So I'm giving length short, so we want to show the toast for short time. And what text we want to display, that is given here, button clicked, and on which contents view we want to show, that is this, because we have that part here, so we will just provide context like this. And let's just play that on my mobile, share screen, cancel. So if I click on this roll button, oh sorry, we created this function but we didn't give it in the set on click launch. So what I have done, I am calling that function roll dice inside a click listener. So I will again just build this part. Okay, wait a minute. Apply changes. Yeah, okay. So if I now click on this roll button, I will get at the bottom of my screen the toast, that is button clicked. Stop sharing, resume. So this is for this task. Next task, change the text. So now we want to change the text inside that. That is hello world to dice roll. So what we will do, we have given ID to the text. So we will just take a reference of that ID and we will change the text. So as you know, this text view we have given the id, that is dice number text view right now. So what we will do, yeah, okay, so inside this function, well, so text view text view equal to and view by id r dot id dot what we have given dice number text view, and we will just change the text view. So we have named that text view dot text. So the text view has the text, so we will just change that text to dice rolled, and I will build this. So we have changed that, and after that, now we want to display the random numbers between 1 to 6, that is dice roller. So we will just do that. So I will just present my screen and show you. So build again. So like this. Here you can see we have changed our text from hello world to dice rolled. So now what we will do, now we want to display random numbers, that is we want to roll the dice. So instead of changing the text to roll dice rolled, what we will do, we will take a random number between 1 to 6 and we will display it. So for that, what we have to do, instead of this direct text, we will add one variable, that is val random int equal to 1 to 6 dot random. So we want a random number between 1 to 6. For that, I have used this. That is, this is the int range from 1 to 6 and the random number between that. And what we will do, we will text random int dot toString. So that number between 1 to 6 will be displayed as a text on the text view. So I will just build this part. So now if I click on this roll button, what I will get? I will get a random number. So I get 5. I will again click 5, 3, 1, 6. So this is a roller dice. So it will get a random number as we click on the button. So that's it. They have given here. So next is they have the solution code at the here. You can go to that link. They have their created project there. Then they have coding challenge for you. You can complete these challenges. That is, if the result text view does not yet contain a number, that is, if the text view has default hello world string, set the result text to 1. If the number is already 6, do nothing. Okay. And summary, they have given summary what we have learned during these tasks. Learn more and homework. You can complete this homework. There are two questions, like which method on an activity influence the app's layout and make its views available as objects. So for that we have set content view. Then which view attribute do you use to set the width of the view so that it adjusts to the fit the content? So as I have told you, width, we want to set the width, so we will use Android layout width and wrap content, not just wrap content. And what is match parent? It will match the parent, that is complete the screen in this case. So okay, that's the first task we have. So we will go to next part, image resources. So okay, so this app was not in my part, but I will just take this image. You will complete this image resources compatibility. So it's simple. What you have to do is just download the images they have given, and instead of displaying the text view, you will just display these images. So actually this is simple. So instead of displaying the text view, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, you will display this image view of the dice randomly from 1 to 6. So what you have to do, you have to Just go into the drawables. So you have to download this zip file and extract that files, and you have to add those all 6 files into your drawable. So that's it here. Okay, so this is like homework for you. So we will go to our next part. So how to learn? So here let's start. What have they given? Learn to help yourself. So how to help yourself with learning? So what we will do here. So they have Android Kotlin fundamentals landing page. What we will do here is where to find information about the Android Studio developers and Kotlin, and how to change launcher icon. I will tell you just that, and how to look for help when you're building. So how to go through documentation, that part is given here. So what is launch application? So we have each app have an logo, photos, sunflower maps. So how to change that? So for that we have, so they have given, okay, so they have given UI description. So this is the first one is built-in, that is mobile's UI. So we can't change that. Then the second is what? It's app bar. It's called app bar. It will have menus, on the menus you have about or contact us part, that will be given in this part. Also the application name, like they have given here, my application, third my application, it is shown on the app bar. Also we have the navigation bar. So navigation bar, we slide it from the left side and it has the parts in the code, like I, in the maps, when you slide and you will get the various parts, that is satellite, you want the satellite or map view, that part is navigation app that has in this part. After that you have all the information given here, UI description and code references for that everyone given in here. Okay, so customize app, that is template produce. So just to go through this all part, I will go to explore docs. So how to explore through the docs or other resources? So if you want official documentation of Android developer, you have to just go on this site, uh, developerandroid.com. So we have documents here, new series, apps, also here docs. Inside a docs we have overview, get started. So if you want to get start with like Android TV or OS, Wear OS, Android things, you can go through these documentations and guides. So we have also guides. So these are the main guides. This is the main documentation part you will have to go through. So if we want to go through like navigation components, we will see it in the coming sessions. So you will just first is activity that we just are doing. So navigation components overview. So in the overview they have given what is navigation, how it's work, they have given. After that all the part, that is how to design navigation graphs and all those topics are given here. So you can go through these documentations and read those to get familiar with it. So also they have given multiple links to you to explore. So it's very vast. You have to explore all this. So I'm just giving you the information. We will not explore all this. Also, if you get any problem, always we have Stack Overflow. Remember, any question you will get answer on Stack Overflow. Or you, if you don't have any answer on Stack Overflow, you just put that question, you will get the answers in one day, approximately one day, within less than one day, I think. So summary and next lab. So linear layout using layout editor. Okay. So we will take a break. Just before that, take the quiz. Okay, so I will complete this quiz. So which method on an activity influences the app's layout and makes the views in the view hierarchy available for you to modify? That is set content view. We want to set the width edges to content. So that is width wrap content. Which image view attribute indicates a source image that will only be displayed as a preview? So for this we have tools resource, I guess, not actual app. Okay, so it's only shown in the IDE. Let me delete it. So I also don't have the information about this. Yeah, which API level? So API level indicates its target SDK version, which shows the minimum API level. And you see an import statement in your code that starts with Android X. What does that mean? So this class is an external library that dynamically loaded when the app runs, I guess. So let's submit answers. So 3 wrong. So we have to give at least 5 correct answers to pass this pathway. So what set content view? No, I think set click listener there. Yeah, sorry. So we will have to just take again set click listener wrap content, tools resource. The variable will be initialized later, late init, target SDK, and yes, Android Jetpack library. The class is part of Android Jetpack library. Yes, we have 5 correct answers. Still first. Okay, so I think on create will be the answer. We have our badge, build an interactive app. So let's take a break of 10 minutes. If you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself. Oh, oh. Hello, is anyone there? Yeah, okay, Chinmay. My screen was not visible.
No, your screen was visible. We were able to see while you were solving the test and all the previous docs things.
Okay. Because it's shown me here that resume presenting, so I thought it wasn't visible. Okay, so let's take a 10-minute break. So we can take a quiz if you want. Just type yes, we will take a quiz. Okay, so I will just paste the quiz link, copy. Marvel, quizzes on Marvel. So only 5 Sherwin. Where is Sherwin? Okay, 6 people. Okay, let's start then our quiz. So first question. So you have only 15 seconds, so hurry up. 200% Washington Monument. Wow, right answer. So Rohit is first. Okay, next question. And the right answer is I want you back, Jackson 5. So let's see who has correct answer. So Muni and Sherwin have given correct answers. Okay. Third question. Don't select PVG Accords. Oh, nice. No one has selected PVG Accords. So the answer is Sokovia Accords. Muni has given 3 right answers. Yo, fourth question. What is the name of Star-Lord, Peter Quill's mother? So Meredith is right answer. Okay, fifth question. What one thing on earth is pepper pots allergic to? And the right answer is strawberries. Whoa, Moon is on fire. 5 out of 5. And right answer is agent 13. Muni given a wrong answer. Okay, so Moon is first, Rohit is second, Sharon is third. Okay, so seventh question. Oh, majority has given right answer. Shawarma. Right, it's shawarma. So eighth question. Okay, so almost one attendee is right. That is Sambala. I don't know what that pronounce. That is correct. But I love the fourth option. Penny already eats all the food. She can pay for Wi-Fi. Sheldon Cooper's Wi-Fi password. Moon is wrong. 6 out of 8, but still first. Okay, the ninth question. Last two questions. Ninth question. Where did Loki send his father while he impersonate him back in Asgard? Norway and Alaska, and the right answer is Norway. Moon is still first. Last chance for Rohit, I guess, but it's his time is much more than Mooney. So I think Mooney is the winner. But the last question. Yeah, and 67% given the correct answer. And let's see who is winner. Muni is winner. He has given 7 correct answers. Second Rohit, third CK, fourth Sharvin, પાંચ is Bindo. Okay, congrats guys. Okay, back. Okay, so can we start our next application? I will just close this. Okay, so we will create our next project that is about me, and we will see what is scroll view inside that, how to use that, and let's see. So we will first create empty activity. I think I have cancel. Okay, I think I have created. Yes, I have created that project about me. So I just only created this project about me. Yeah, so I have like only the hello world part here. So what we will do, we will just delete this part. So I will just, so we will not use constraint layout, we will use linear layout in this case also. So I will delete this part and I will add linear layout, and we want that main parts, that is Android, XML Android app and tools here. So I have just copy pasted that from the previous part here. Yes, what happened? Match parent height, match parent. Okay, so these were the required part, width and height. So they have given me the errors. So we have taken match parent width as match parent complete width, and height as match parent complete height of the user screen. And also we will add ID to this linear layout. I will explain it why we will need ID for this. So I will just give the ID as linear layout. So yes, we have ID for this linear layout. Linear layout is a view group, so we have ID for that. What's now we want one text view here, which will have width as match parent and height as wrap content. We just want height as wrap content. Okay. So now I will explain you what is padding margin in this case. So what is padding and margin? Let's see about that. So now if I have text here, like just say about me, and it is completely at this upper part of our screen. So I want like margin there. So what we will do, we will add margin top, and what margin we want. So let's see, we want 16 dp. So you can see in this palette part, it has come down from the upper part of our layout by 16 dp. So margin is for whole view, your view. And what is padding? Let's just say we don't want this about me text at the left side of our view, that is text view. So we can add padding to that. So if we add padding to left, and let's see 40 dp, you can see my text is come in right side by 40 dp. So I will just tell you what is margin. Margin is beyond our border of any view. So it's beyond the, it's outside of our border, and padding is between border and the content of our text view. So there is a difference between margin and padding. So do you get that the difference? Just type in chat box. Did you get what is margin and padding? Okay. Yeah, okay, Chinmay. So, suppose I want my whole text view that is distance from my upper part of the linear layout. So, okay, good. So, like this, if you see, you can see my text view about me is at the top part. It is attached to the top part of my linear layout. So I want distance between linear layout and my text view. So I have to use margin here. If I use margin from top, I can use only margin also. If I use margin, it will have margin from four sides, all four sides, right, top, left and bottom. It will have margin of 16 dp. So if you want margin not only 16, 40 dp, you can see you have a margin from all the sides, and that is 40 dp. And now if you want padding, padding is like between your borders. So you can see this blue line of text view, that is border, and inside that you have this content that is about me. So you want padding. Padding is that border and content area between that border and content. So if I add padding, so you can see now I have padding, minimum padding of 40 dp, that is on top, left and bottom I have 40 dp padding. And also here I have on the right side I have 40 dp padding, but the text is too small, so it will be not clear here. So if I add this, let's see, if copy, paste, paste, you can see now. After this about, the next is shown in the next line, because we have padding of 40 dp on the right side also. So this is margin, which is outside of our border layout, border. This is margin, and inside border, that is in between border and our content, that is margin, that is padding. Did you get, Chinmay? Okay, okay. Thanks, Mesh. Thanks. So we will add text alignment center for this. Adding of 60 dp. Okay, so in design part, we will come in design part. So yeah, okay. So now I will just show you. So here I will just show you these options for your design part. So here you have three options: design, blueprint, only the blueprint, and design plus blueprint of the your user. So we will not require blueprint for in this session. So we will just add design. So this is orientation, portrait, landscape. You can have landscape, so we will use portrait. Pixels, you can use any mobile screen here. You have multiple mobiles here. TV also, you have TV, VR, tablets, all that. I have just selected first one. And that's all for this. We don't want this about me app, right? This is 30. Okay, so let's go next. If we want, okay, so they have given here like about me. So for our this part, instead of about me, what I will do, we want to display our information. So I will just add my name here. Let's part. I will create its string resource. Okay, so it will be not hard coded string there. I have string of Prasanraj Patil that is shown there. Now what I will do, I will add image view here. So yeah, okay. So I will add image view and image. I want image of star. Okay, star. Okay, so we have given a wrong orientation. We haven't given vertical orientation. So I will just add orientation of vertical. I given vertical orientation. Now let's see. So yeah, so text view, height is wrap content, width is okay. I given some. Okay, I will just delete. I don't want complete this. I will just add this image view in here. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I want this star. Yes, okay. So yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I given that I haven't given that orientation part. So that showed me that. Okay, so now I have this star, and now what we want to do that we want to add about me part. That is, we want to give information about me. So what I will do, so my information will be suppose if my information is very large, it will not be completely seen in this part. It can go beyond our layout. So what we will do, we will use scroll view here. So we will use scroll view. So you can see here inside a linear layout, we have scroll view. So scroll view can only have one element. So you can, what you can do inside scroll view, you can add your linear layout, and inside linear layout, that is view group, you can add multiple views inside that. So I will just do by default you get scroll view and inside that linear layout. But if you want to use only one view, that is text view, you can delete this linear layout and add text view there. So I want to read that. Layout width as match parent and height. layout height as wrap content. Okay, and we will add id to this part. So id, that is about me text view. We don't have any content here, so we have the height as this. So you can see we have a margin between star and our Prasanna Patel text view. So we will add that margin here in this image also. So what I will do, I will just add margin there. Yeah. So now we have margin of 40 dp. If or if we don't want top margin because we have it's from our text view, what we can do is instead of giving margin to all sides, we can use just bottom margin to left 40 dp and margin to right 40 dp. So now you can see we have margin of 40 from each side, and this is last is scroll view, and inside that we have a text view. So now we want to add text inside this. So text. So now I want to add text. So let's I will take some text from anything here. I don't want to write anything right now. So what I will do, I will just copy this text. Let's assume this is about me. Paste. So what we will, I will, this is hard coded string. So I will add it to the string resource, and name will be given as about me. Okay. Okay, so now we will just style this part here. So for this text view, we will add a font. As like I have coded the margin part and padding part. Also, you can have in designs inside attributes, you have these options that margin layout. You can add margin, only margin, margin from start, left, top, end. You can add here also. You don't have to code. You have two options. You can code or you can add here. So I have just coded. So okay, that after we want font family. So here font, there is font. Oh sorry, about me text. Inside that we want font. So I will just search for font family. So I have sans serif. So I will use Roboto. Where is Roboto? We don't have Roboto. Roboto regular. Click always click on this add font to project. So we will just have this for only our project. So Roboto. So we have font of Roboto. Now next what we will do, we will go to the text part here. So now we have text. Alignment is of start text start. Where is view start? View start. Yes, view start. Or we can add also center also, so we can have the all text at the center. Then text size I will use 18. Let's, yes, 18. So you can see here we have text below our screen. So we have this part here below our screen. So if I scroll down, I can get that text. So this is how scroll view works. So that's it. Then after this text part, where is that? You can have color for text. That is, I will just select black. If I have black, yes, I have black. Okay, so I have black color for this. Then if you want all caps, you can select this. This is false, so you can give it a click and it will be true. So all will be in the true caps lock. Also you take style, and we don't need all that information. So I will just run this part on my okay, so I will have name as 24. Yeah, okay. And color also, I will change color for my text, black. Yeah, okay, so I will just run this on my application. Okay, till then, in the attributes table you have lots of attributes, but mostly we don't require all these. We will require that visibility. We requires visibility. So visibility have three options. We will see in this application next part. So okay, so now my I will share my mobile screen and I will show you the application. So this is my application. So now I have my name, Prasanaraj Patel star, and the information. So we don't have this complete information. So what I will do, I will just scroll this part so you can see the new information is coming from bottom of the part. So this is how scroll view works. So you can add a scroll view to whole layout. I have just added it below the these two text view and image view. So you can have scroll view for layout. So for that, what you will do, you will your main layout frame will be scroll view, and inside that you will have linear layout. So this is how scroll view works. So if you have any questions, you can ask, unmute yourself and ask. Till now, do you have any questions, guys? Okay, so let's see user interactivity, how user will give information to us and how we can add that in our part. So, okay, so what I will do, I will add one inside this text, I will add plain text. So this is edit text part, below star or up the star, okay, up the star. So edit text plain. For that, I will add margin, layout margin. So margin from left 40, margin from right 40, and margin from bottom. have margin here. You can add 40 or anything you want. I am just adding 40. Okay, so now hint. So we want hint. What user hint is like, we will give user that is like hint what he has to give input here. So I will just add enter your name here. So fill hard coded text, enter your nickname. Okay, hard coded text. So yeah, I will remove this text from here. So this is input edit text. This has a name that edit text. It will so user can add input from here, and we will add one button below that. And button add layout, and so we will add layout margin. Okay, so I will just first, so I will give ID that is nickname button. Okay, I added. Yeah, okay. So we can't add blank space between in ID. So nickname underscore button. So I will give width as not match parent wrap content, and we will add it at horizontal vertical. Okay, so that part. Okay, I will just show you where is alignment. Alignment we can search. Okay, code. Gravity, sorry, gravity. Layout gravity per horizontal. Yes. I think instead of 40, we can use 16 dp. I know 40 is much more. I will just add 16 dp. So also button will have margin of bottom. Okay, and also we want one text view to display that input given nickname. So I will add that part also, text view below our button. Text view. Height is wrap content. Nice. Name is nickname text view. We don't want any text view right now, so it's okay. Then we'll require margin, layout margin. So we want at the bottom and left NDP, right NDP, and bottom 16 dp. Okay, so I have added margin. Now what we want, yes, text alignment. So we have to add text alignment at the center. So what we will do, we will take input from user, that is nickname, and we will display it into the text view. So first we want to hide this text view. After adding nickname, we will display that. So for that we will require visibility. So in visibility we have three options: visible, invisible, and gone. So visible, right now it's visible. Invisible means it's only will be invisible, but it will had like space there. And if we add gone, so you can see it will be gone from that part, it will be at the 0 0 position, so it will not take space there. So there is a difference between invisible and gone. So gone will not take place or space in between other two views, but in invisible it will be invisible, but it will take space in between two views. So we will just add gone here. Okay, so let's see, we have edit text. Okay, nickname, edit text. I will add id, nickname, edit text. Okay, so yeah, right, we want to add text to the button, that is instead of button, what we will do, we will um, add nickname. So we will add a string. Okay, so our design part is over now. So we will see our code part here. So let's go to the Kotlin file. So now inside on create, I will create one val variable for edit text. So text name will be nickname edit text. What is its edit text? Type is edit text and find UI id r dot id dot nickname edit text. Now we require button also. So val add button equal to find UI id r dot id dot nickname button. So we will add listener for this button. So add button dot set on click listener. So set on click listener, and I will create one function, private function name, add nickname. Inside this, what we will do, we will take well nickname edit text. So we don't require it here. So I will just cut and paste. So we will require it here, and also we will require text view. So nickname text view. So this is text view. Find view by id r dot id dot nickname. So you know that we will take input from edit text and we will display it into the text view. So this edit text will take input and we will display it into the text view. So for that we have to do like nickname text view dot text equal to nickname edit text dot text. And now we want to hide our button and our edit text also. So for that what we will do, we will add nickname edit text dot visibility equal to view dot on and button. So okay, for button we will require its id. Okay, we will add it here. Button also will require button also. So copy paste. Add button dot visibility equal to view dot one, and we want to display our text view. So nickname text view dot visibility equal to view dot visible. So let's just play this. Okay, I will share my phone screen. So now you can see we have our application here. Enter your nickname here. So I will just add pp. Oh, sorry. Inside click listener I haven't given call to that function add nickname. Now it will work. Okay, so application has been built. I will just give name as pp add nickname. So now I have my name pp. Okay, so now what if we want to change our nickname? So for that what we will do, okay, so I will just stop my screen sharing here. Till now anyone has any question? You can type in chat box if you haven't understand anything or do you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, what about others? Chinmay, Sherwin. Okay, so now what we will do, we will add listener. So here there was problem, I have to add again the reference for add button. So we can like skip this stage. So instead of creating this function, what I can do, I will just take this cut paste. So here this add button will have the reference that is of it, that is view. So we don't have to take again reference of this button. We can just use it here, it dot visibility. So because we have added the listener on this add button, so the view of that add button is passed to this function by a name it. So we can use that it here. So that's it. We don't have to use again this. Okay, now we want just this right and paste. Okay. Now we want listener on text view. So we will nickname text view dot set on click listener. So here also it has a parameter it of that nickname text view. So what we will do, I will just this copy paste, and instead of nickname view, I will add a button visible. Also we want edit text visible and text view as gone. So let's call it. If I add nickname pp add nickname, and I will click on this part, I will again get this. I can now use like my, so like this we can change our nickname here. And this is the scroll view. So okay, so that's about how to take input from user interactive application. So right now we are using this find view by id parameter. So it is what it do. So I will just go to the parts where we will use data binding part. We are going to use data binding. So where is that? Yes, inside the layouts, data binding part. So we have completed the part till add user interactivity here. The constraint layout part we will take after the break, but before that I will tell you the user binding part here. So it's a small. So what is user data binding? Let's see. So we have this build application. So you can just see here why instead of we have used find view by id function, but every time we use that this function, it has to search view after the view is created or recreated, and Android system traverses the complete hierarchy of views at a runtime to find it. And what it do, it slows down our app, because every time it has to start from hierarchy of tree and come down to find out that id or that view. So it slows down our application. So instead of that we can use data binding. So what is data binding is like, this is data binding object. It binds activities part and layout part, and it actually code is shorted in data binding, and it is easier to maintain, and it will increase the speed of our application, because this is a small application right now. About me application is small. Don't have much find view by id functions, so it's not affecting that much. But when application is very big, at that time it slows down that application. So instead of using find view by id, we will use data binding here. So you can go this given information after our session, you can read it. They have given complete information about that. So we want to enable data binding here. So what we have to do, we have to go to build.gradle of application file and add data binding true into the build features data binding true. So I will show you here. Okay. So here we have Gradle scripts. Inside that we have build.gradle for project level and build.gradle for app level. So we will go to app level part. Inside here, where is that build types? I guess build types, build features, Android section, build features. So Android, where is build features? I think we have to add build features. So we will add a build feature here and project. So after that, you won't see anything here, right? So now what we will do, so now instead of linear layout, we have to give a layout part outside of that linear layout. This linear layout is our root view. So we have to give a layout tag outside of that. So till okay, it's built now. So I will go to activity main here. Inside a code part, I will cut this and I will add layout. Now this layout is our root of layouts. So we have to add this part there. Good. Yeah, and we will have to add width, layout width, match parent, layout height, match parent. So now we have added this part and yeah, okay. So now we have added this part right now inside that layout part. Okay. Now create binding object. So now we have to create binding object in our Kotlin file. So we will open Kotlin file, and before on create method, what we will do, we will we will call binding object. That is, we will add this part, that is private let init where binding. So let init that we will initialize it later. For that part we use let init. We will add this part before on create function. So copy, before on create function we will paste this binding. So why it's not showing binding part. I will just build it. Building. Okay. Let's see. We have activity in binding. Why it's not importing that part? I think I misplaced something here. We have layout here. So what's the problem? Okay, wait. Oh, layout. Sorry. Okay, so I used wrong format here. Layout, right? Layout. L small. Layout. Yeah. Okay. Now it's fine. Okay. I have given layout name there. Now I can import this. Right. So sorry, my mistake. So I given L capital here for layout. So it's a small L for layout. So layout inside that these two and XML Android and XML app, and we will close that. Inside that we will have our all code. So it will create activity main binding class. So we have imported it here, and now we have created we have just initialized it. We haven't given value to it. So next what we will do, we have to inside on create function we have to give reference to this binding. So what we will do, we will use data binding util, and the function of that is set content view, and this r dot layout activity main. So what we will do, we will copy this, and instead of this function set content view r dot layout dot activity main, we will add this code. So now this data binding util is a class, predefined class of Android X. So it will call same function, that is set content view, and it will add activity that is reference, and what activity should be shown, that is XML file, that is activity.main, and it will give the reference of this to this binding part. So now our binding part has reference. So now you can we will use that. So instead, I will just show you how to use that instead of finding view by ID. So here we have added finding view by ID. I will just delete this. Okay. So instead of add button, what we will do, I will use binding dot. We have a button nickname button. So I will tell you where is that? Yeah, add button. So it has ID. Where is that ID? What happened? Yeah, id has nickname underscore button. So now its name inside a binding object will be like nickname, instead of id this underscore button, it will have capital B and button. So let's see, like here, nickname capital B of button. So just like that, we will add nickname of text view, binding dot nickname of text view. So likewise, this I will just this copy and at all the part of nickname a button I will use. So add button, likewise of text view, copy. Where is text view? Here is text view. Paste text view. We have it here. So here paste, and we want edit text also. So binding dot nickname edit text, copy, paste. So okay, all errors are gone. So I will just run this app and I will show you it will. Oh, so it's running. So I will just add pp add button again. So it is functioning same as we used finding view by ID. So okay, so till now, do you have any doubts, guys? Uh, did you get that binding data binding part? We use that because it makes application faster, and the find view ID function makes it little bit slow. So it has introduced that binding object part. It is simple. We will just revise it. What we have to do inside app build gradle, app level build gradle, we have to add build features data binding true, and we will sync it this gradle. After that, we have to add a layout tag outside of all the code of XML file, and we will add this XML Android and XML app. And after that, what we will do, we will declare one variable, let init variable binding, which will have the type that is activity main binding. So this is every activity will have a different class. So the this activity's name is activity main. So you can see here for XML file activity underscore main. So that name is given here, activity main and binding. So suppose I have created another activity name about activity underscore about. So it will have class that is activity about binding. So each activity will have different class of this binding data binding. So we have created this variable. We have given reference of what we have called, instead of set content view function, we have used data binding util dot set content view. Inside that we have passed variables this and the layout file, that is activity main, and the reference return reference is stored into the binding object, and we have used that binding object to take reference of button every view inside of this XML file. So let's take a break. I know it's huge. You will be bored, so let's take a break of 10 minutes. So guys, do you want another quiz? Yeah, okay. So what about others? Risika, Chinmay, the Big Bang Theory. Okay. So link in chat box. Young Sheldon. Wow. Next time we will take quiz on Young Sheldon. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. 4 participants only. What about others? Chinmay, are you there in the quiz? Okay, let's start. And the right answer is Amy. Amy has a PhD in real life. Nice. Okay. Next question. Okay, two has given Aquaman, two has given Batman, one has given Catwoman. Answer is Aquaman. And on the leaderboard, XXX is first, Young Sheldon is second. Okay. Third question. I know it's easy. Oh no. Fruit Loops. I I think no one is Big Bang Theory fan here except XXS. Fourth question. Four given Penny and one have given no one. He adopted her. And right answer is Howard and Bernadette, guys. I think no one has seen Big Bang Theory except Mesh. I think Mesh, you have seen, right?
Just 3 seasons.
Acha, acha. Theremin. Right answer is Theremin. Okay, sixth question. Next, okay. Uh, you will suggest me what quiz should I take, and I will prepare of that in next time. You have seen till third season, so you don't know. Okay, hell is commit right. Who had to write research papers every Christmas? Okay, now this is boring. Leonard right. It four have given Leonard. Leonard is right. What is written on the yellow tape blocking the lift outside Sheldon and Penny's apartment? Out of order, danger, caution. No, it's not out of order. It's caution. The last two questions. This one is tricky. What is Penny's surname? Before marriage? Yeah, no one knows. Just Penny. Farrah Fowler is Amy. Amy Farrah Fowler. And last one. In which season did Sheldon tell Amy he loved her? Not proposed her. He loved her. No one given the answer, correct answer. Season 8. Okay. At the end of this session, just suggest me for topic for next break quiz. Okay, X is winner. He has given 6 right answers. RD, Young Sheldon, SVS, and Rohit. Okay, Mirzapur. Okay, next time Mirzapur. And okay, season 2, Mirzapur season 2. Cam 1992. I will see. Okay, Stranger Things. We can take Stranger Things also. Okay, back to the session. Let's close this project. We will start with our new project. That is, I guess, what was that? Where is that? Yeah, color my views app. Color my views app. Right. Okay, fine. Color my views app. So new project, empty activity. Color my views app. Kotlin language, minimum CDK 7.0, finish. So let's just say documentation part here. So till now we have used linear layout. So now we will use constraint layout. How to use constraint layout? So this is introduction, what you should be familiar with, what you will learn and what you will do. Okay, next app overview, how our app at the end will look. So it will look like this. To create the color my text project. So this is template, what should at the start of creating the application, what it should have, application name and all. So it will look like this. We have color my view part, hello world. Okay, next. So now we will use constraint layout. So instead constraint layout, what we will do, we will auto connect will be off, so it will not auto connect. So yes, its auto connect is off, and instead of default margin at 0, we will give it 16 dp default margin for each constraint layout. Now after that, we will delete what we will change. So you, yeah, attributes pane, inspect. So this is inspector, view inspector. Yeah, so I will just show you. So after clicking on this text view, we have this instructor. What's the name? The view inspector. So it's had shown you we have 0 margin from every side, and this is what's it's called. Okay, constraint bias. So constraint bias is at the 50s. So it from vertical and horizontal it is 50. So that's why it is at center. So if I remove this vertical bias, so you can see my text view also is also changing its height. So 0, and if it is at 50, it is at center. Also we can add margins here. Also, this is the wrap content. So this is for wrap content. This is for fixed margin, fixed, and this is for variable. So variable is like it will spread in the whole space it has. So now it has whole user interface width, so it is spread completely, that is match parent. So these are the three types here. They have given like here. Yes, they have given the information about these three types: wrap content, fixed, and match constraints. So we can add match constraints. Okay, so we will take match constraints 16, 16. Why 16, 16, 16? We will delete this. What? Why it's not okay? We will have to add first id, I guess. So box one. I will explain it to you. Box one. I will add y. Text tab. Extract the dimension resources. Dimension resources. Layout margin start, and set the resource name to margin wide. Okay. So margin. We want margin at left, that is 16 dp, and margin at right 16 dp. Okay, so now we have text. Now we will give text box one. Wait. Okay, so I want to know how to add resource. So let's just see. Switch to the text tab. Extract the dimension resource for layout margin and set the resource name to margin wide. Dimension resource text tab. Where is dimension resource? Just give me a second. File properties. Where is dimension resource? We don't have dimension file here. We can create it. I don't know. Okay. Right. So Design, we can go here at margin, layout margin, where is layout margin? Okay, yeah, dimension value, margin wide value is 16 dp. So you can see here dimension file is created and it has dimension name margin wide 16 dp. So we can add that part to everything. Margin from top, add dimension wide, dimension wide. Okay, so this is also okay. Text, right? Text, we want text alignment center, all caps, then text size like 36, yeah, 36, and font we will take that font. Okay, so this is, then what we have to do now, yes, margin has given. Next, so we will add font roboto. I have explained you how to add font roboto, so I will not take roboto font here. So we will add style. So for style, what we have to do, we have to open that dimensions.xml file. Inside that we have to mention this domain name box text size 24 sp. Copy, paste 24 sp, and we will styles open values styles xml and add following style. So we have styles, we don't have styles, so what we have to create it. Yeah, right. So how to create styles? So here inside this design part you will see this style option here, style. So you can just click on this, okay, where it is, styles, styles. Okay, so at this you have this pick a resource folder, so you can create your own style resource file. So wait, cancel. Okay, I will create a new style. File name, what we have given, white box. White box. Why? Okay, sorry. We will delete this part. Where is that style part? Open res values styles.xml, but we don't have styles. So we will just create it. Okay, new styles.xml. Yeah, and we will add this style inside that. Copy, paste. Style has white box. We don't have roboto. Yeah, we don't have roboto. So we will add what we have. Font. We don't have any font. Just remove it. Okay, so we have added styles.xml file. Inside that we have copy paste this code. After that, a string resource for the text view. So I have added that box one part. So finish setting attributes for the text view. So we will set this style white box into the style. So now activity main inside style, where is white box, add styles. What? Okay, it has now. Style is white box, so it has all the style that is mentioned in this white box. So it has background is hologreen light, text alignment center, text size, box text size, bold, and color text color is white. So that's it. Okay, so it has it. Now what we have to do, we are now application will look like this. Yes, application is looking like that. Now next we will add next text view. Then for that we will add constraint, top constraint and left constraint, and we will change its size. Yes, string box2, id will be box2 text. Okay, and it will look like this. So let's add. So what we will do for this, what was for text. Now add next text view, text view to 16, 27, we want 16, and we will add width as 150 dp, content as 150 dp. We will add style. So style, where is style? Style box size. Okay, box size, and text is box2. We'll create string resource box2 for box2. It is a good practice actually to create string and use that string reference here. So you can see in the strings we have app name. This is created at the creating app color my views app, and it will be shown at the top on the action bar. So now in two strings we have box1 and box2. So box2. So now they have given one reference. I will tell you what is that. So chains. So what it chains? So if we want two views at a same distance or equal distance from each other and connected to each other, like this, B is connected to A and A is connected to B. So we create chains in that. So head of chains, first view group is head of chain, and these are connected to each other. A is connected to B, B is connected to A, likewise B and C. So this is horizontal chain and this is vertical chain. So chain has three styles. Spread. So spread is they are equally spreaded from starting point, that is starting border and ending border, that is spread. Then spread inside is A is at the starting border C is at the ending border, and in between B is at the center from both A and C. Packed is like they are close to each other and they are at equal distance from starting border and ending border. And packed chain with bias. So bias, I told you that 50%. So if you don't want it at center, you can change the bias. You can take it at the left or right, up or down. So that's it. You can also add weight. So inside that complete, you want A as only 20%, B and C as 40%. You can add that part in, that is into weighted, and it has a layout, that layout horizontal constraint horizontal weight. Okay, so horizontal spread chain, it will have app layout constraint horizontal set chain spread inside and pack. So now what we will do, we will first add 3 text views, and we will create vertical chain of that 3 text views, and we will add names box 3, 4, 5. So let's just add 3 text views, 1, 2, 3. So now we want to create vertical chain. So what we will do, we will select all 3 text views. I will right click and I will get chains option here. So create a vertical chain. So we have vertical chain. So now what I will do, I will just go up here. I will remove it, and okay, so I will add it to this box too, and we don't want any constraint in between, and this last part to the box too, and we don't want any constraint there. So now we have created this chain which is in between box two sides. So now what we will do, we will add text, IDs and style to them. So for first, ID will be like box 3 text, then text will be at string box, where is box 3, box 3, and we will add style. So style white box, same for white box. Okay, so now I want to add text. This is box 5, and ID box 5 text. Also for box 3, box 4, box 4 text, and text, where is text, yes, here, add string box 4. So we have added this. Also what we will do, we will add this width as match parent, match parent, sorry, wrap content, match parent and match parent. Created chain, we have added constraints all the part here, so it looks okay. So we have to just add one constraint. Any box we can add vertical constraint of any box. So I will just add this to this start to text text view end, and it should be like 16 only, and this is to here 16. So likewise 16. So now we have these three here. So now what we will do, we will just add 16 and 16 here. Okay. So we have arranged this box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, and box 5 like this. So do you have any doubt or anything in chains or constraint layout? I know it's 7:45, but we will create this app and then we will stop. So do you have any doubts? Okay, no doubts. Mahesh has no doubt. Okay, okay. So now we have added space in between them. So yeah, you can see in portrait and landscape. So I will just show you. So now this is why I have used match parent layout for everyone, that I will explain you. So now this is like portrait. So if I do landscape, my text box size will change according to my screen length and width. So now this width is changed. So that's why we use match parent for that purpose. Next, okay, we have completed this. Now we will add handlers to each text view. So now item in the styles XML inside the white box background white. So in the styles background, where is background? Yeah, here instead of hollow white we will add white, so it will look like this. Nothing will be displayed. This border will also will not be visible, so nothing will display. So why we have done that, I will explain you that. So after that, inside our Kotlin file we will create one function named make colored copy. After on create we will add function make colored. We will add view, so we don't have view, so we will import that part. So you can see now we have imported view here. Okay. So next, now what we have to do, we will use when keyword. So in the first session I have explained how when works. So we will use when. So it will take when, and the variable will be that id of view passed in that function. And if that id is box1 text, box2 text, box3 text, or anything, according to that it will set color to every box: gray, blue, magenta, blue, like this. So I will just this copy paste copy inside our function paste. So we don't have color imported, so I will just import it, import. I think box to text ID of box to we haven't given. Yeah, box to and what is the text? Yeah, box to. Okay, fine. So yes, now according to the IDs, it will change the color of everything. So if I run this application right now, I will share my mobile screen. Okay, it's installing. Good. Yes, it has launched. So now you can see the complete screen is white. And if I click anywhere, nothing has happened. But if I click on this upper part, yeah, sorry, nothing is happening because I haven't called that function. Oops. Okay. I have just created that. We haven't set listeners. Okay, first we will set listeners to them. Set listeners. Yeah, right. Sorry, guys. We haven't added set listeners to them right now. So first we will add set listeners to them. Okay, so okay, constraint layout. Yeah, right. We have given name to constraint layout. Else. So okay. So before running that, I will just explain you. So these are only for the boxes we have added. So what if user clicks on other part of screen than these five boxes? So for that, what we will do, we will use else statement. Sorry, I have given right. Else it will be light gray, set background light gray. So okay, so now id uh, so these are the five boxes, and this part is our constraint layout, and it don't have any id. So we want id for that. So yeah, okay. So what we want id is that constraint layout. Copy. I will just paste. So it's same. The code has now id. It is same constraint layout. I have just added it into the design part. So now we will add listeners. Copy. So what we have done here, that we have added private function of set listeners, and we are taking variables by finding view by id. So yeah, instead of this, we can also use what I will say, that binding also, but we haven't added that feature. So we will just go with find view by ID, or I will give you homework as you can do that with binding part. So I will just take all five boxes and constraint layout references here, box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5, and constraint layout. So I will add this function. So text view, we have to import text view. Okay, and we will add the set listener for every box and constraint layout. So for that, what we will do, instead of writing set listener for 6 times, we will use for loop. So for that, we will create a list of views. So all these are views. These are text views, and this is a constraint view, but all are views. So we will create a list of views. So we will give name that clickable views, and after this I will add paste. So now we have list of all the views, that is box 1 view, box 2 view, box 2 view, 3, 4, 5, and constraint layouts view. So now we have this view, and we will call for function for item in clickable views. What you have to do, item dot set on click listener, and inside that we will call this function make colored, and we have to pass the variable view. So as I have told you before that the set click listeners have it variable passed as a view, so we can pass it here, it. So this view is passed into this colored box. So yeah, right, they have passed it. And set listener, first set listeners. So we have to call this function first inside our on activity create set listener. So when the activity will be created, it will call this function set listeners, and inside set listeners we have set click listeners for every item, that is constraint layout and 5 boxes. So now let's just, yes. So yeah, now my application has built. So if I click other than 5 boxes, the constraint layouts color is changed to gray, and now I can see my 5 boxes. So I can click on them. So likewise this. So I will explain why we have taken constraint layout here. So I will stop sharing there. Hmm. Okay, so what if we don't add this else part here? If else don't have here, and I will run this application. So now if I click outside any box, nothing will happen. User will not get any idea what is going on. If only I click on the boxes, then I can see the boxes. So that's why we have used that else part, where if we click anywhere outside 5 boxes, the constraint layouts color will be changed. Okay, so that's why we have used else part here. So this is about the first task here. So we have completed it. So I have already completed it, so I don't have to complete it. So that's it. Also, you can have homework here. So I have completed that homework. Okay, they have not homework. They have the tasks here. Okay. So baseline constraint. What is baseline constraint? Suppose you have different views. So your suppose a view has what is that text view size, that is text size as 24, and B has like 30. So it has a difference between text sizes. So at that time, and you want them at the same level, they're starting, that is their bottom part at the same level. For that we have baseline constraint. So the baseline constraint is the text baseline, so it will be aligned if we use baseline constraint. So they have shown here. So we will stop here. I will just explain this part to you. You can do this part on your own. So we will add buttons. We have add, okay. So first, instead of button, yeah, two levels. So they have added two levels. First is how to play, and they have given text size as 24 sp. And after that they have added another text view, which is tap the screen and the buttons, and it has like it haven't they haven't given text size, so it is default, which is I think 12 or something. So you can see here they have difference. How to play is big and tap the screen is smaller, text size is smaller. So they have given constraints to this: tap the screen join to the how to play text view. And then when you will edit baseline, so I will explain how that edit baseline. So if you click on here, there is that edit baseline, eb part. Oh yeah, right. So if you click on any text box and right click on that, you will get show baseline option here. So you can see this show baseline here. So what we can do, let's take show baseline of this, and I will add it to. So I don't have show baseline of this. So yes, I can. You can see if I add this baseline to this, it will, their baseline of text will be aligned. So it has gone a little bit up. So likewise, this is baseline constraint. So I will just explain. So they when you will add this baseline constraint to the tap the screen baseline, so it will change any one constraint, and it will be in a line, text will be in a line. So after that you can add anyone's vertical constraint. So you can see if you move any one of the text view up and down, the other text view will move automatically with that text, because you have added the baseline constraint of both. So that's it. So it can, that is about baseline constraint. After that they have added three buttons, and they have created horizontal chain for that buttons, and they have given name to them, name red, yellow and green. And also they have added baseline constraints of three, both all three buttons. So yellow is joined, red is joined to yellow, and green is joined to yellow with baseline constraint. And they have created chain, horizontal chain, and they, all the constraints, they have added all the constraints. So if you as they are baseline constraints, they have matched baseline constraints, you can add only one's vertical constraints, and other two buttons will adjust according to it. So you don't have to add the vertical constraints of other two buttons. And after that you will add click listeners for all three buttons. And inside that click listeners, so you, what you can do, the function we have created here, set click listeners. You can add that three buttons here. You can add that views inside three buttons views inside this list of views, and you will set click listeners to them also. So after that click listeners have added, what we will do inside make colored functions, we will inside of when statement, what we will do, if the id is red button, yellow button or green button, if the red button id is red button, then we will change the background of third text box. So box 3 text set background resource, and it will be red. Then if the yellow button is clicked, we will change for box 4 text color, background color. It will be yellow. Same for green button, we will change box 5's background color to the green. So it will look like this. So you can do this after our session. So I guess it's 8:13. So we can stop here. Do you have any doubts, guys? I just fast forwarded last three tasks. So I am asking, do you have any doubts? Okay, little confusion. Ask. You can unmute yourself, Sherwin, and ask. Okay. Listeners, set listeners part. Okay. So, yeah, we have created listeners for constraint layout and in all 5 boxes. So what we have done, we have called on inside on create function, we have called the function set listeners, and inside that we have taken references of all 5 boxes and constraint layouts, and we have created list of that 6 views, 5 box and 1 constraint layout views, list of them, and we have set click listeners for them. So now what we want to do, we want to add click listeners for buttons also. So what I will do, I will add the references of all 3 buttons here, val red button and its reference, red button, yellow button and green button, and I will add that views. This is views, these are views. This is text view, text view, text view. This is constraint layout, that is view group. You can see here. Okay, so yeah, you can see here val root constraint layout, and its type is given as view. Likewise here the type is given as text view. Okay, okay, text view. So these are views. So I have created list of these views, and I have called for function for every view inside this list, and I have set click listener. So what I will do for adding listener to the buttons, I will add objects, that is red button, val red button, green button and yellow button. I will add those variables, that is views, inside this list like this. Red button, yellow button and green button. So I haven't created those. So I am just showing you here. Okay, fine. I will just add buttons here. No problem. Let's see what we will do. Buttons, 3 buttons. So baseline constraint to this, baseline constraint to this. So we will change red button, yellow button, and we will change text also. So now we have these three buttons. So I will just add last part here, 16 and 16. Okay. Okay, 80, sorry. So this is like 60 and 14, 74. So 74 is like 7, 7, right? Okay. And I can add only one vertical. So you can see here, if I add this here, all three will be moved up, same as, because I have added baseline constants here. So I will just take them down at 90. Okay. So now I have three buttons. So now what I will do is inside here, I will create three variables. Create button equal to and view by ID dot ID dot create button. So red button, button, green button, and green button. So now I have added these three buttons, and I have added those into the list also: red button, yellow button, and green button. Then I have set listeners for them also, because it is the part of clickable views here. So I have set listeners to them also. And now suppose these are changing backgrounds. So now what if I have ID of these buttons? So for that, what we will do, if the ID is red button, then what we will do, we will change, okay, we want to change the background of box text to one, right? Yeah. So we have to use them. So what they have done here, how box 3 dot text, I didn't get that. So we have to take, we can't use box, no, right? So find view by ID, this is text view dot ID dot box 3 and set background color to color dot red, sorry, red. Likewise, for if ID is yellow button, we have to take find view by ID, text view r dot ID dot box 4, set background color color dot yellow backwards r dot id dot in button. Likewise this. So now if I run my app, so now I have buttons. So if I click on these boxes, I got this. Now if I click on buttons, the third box as background color changed to red, yellow, and green. Okay, so did you get this, Sherwin? What we have to do? Okay. Any confusions, guys? Okay, good. So next time, I think Mirzapur quiz. Okay, so the one app we are behind one app. So what we will do in the next session, I will try to take the next app is very big. The task is very big, so we will complete that task. After that, there is a logging information about life cycles of activities and fragments, all those. So I will take those two badges. So our first unit will be completed by the end of next session. And after that, on the group, if you want another session like session 4, you will just text me, or you will text on the group, and according to we will arrange those sessions, or we can take one to one. If you have any doubts, we can take meet and clear the doubts. Okay guys, so next session is most probably on 26. So we will convey you the date. So that's it from my side.